is Y2K?
Will I lose my services?
Are we prepared for Y2K?
What's going to happen in the Y2K?
Will I lose my benefits?
What causes the Y2K problem?
Should I save water?
Can it be diffused?
Will my computer work?
Do we have a backup plan?
Every family should perform regular emergency drills, fire drills, for example. Now, the Andersons are just such a family. They perform drills on a regular basis so that they can be prepared for any situation. This year, because of Y2K, the emphasis is being placed on emergencies that could take place because of the Y2K event. Unlike other emergencies, however, everyone knows when the year 2000 will arrive. Therefore, preparation is that much easier.
Today we're here together for the Y2K, just in case if we lose our water.
Hoping for the best, but preparing for the worst. They aren't sure if the new year will begin with a minor annoyance, a shorted circuit, for example, or a state of emergency. While nobody knows what will happen when the new year arrives, the Andersons are sure of one thing: Y2K is a reality. Peace of mind belongs to the well-prepared.
When Y2K comes.
The Andersons have followed standard emergency management recommendations from the Federal Emergency Management Administration and the American Red Cross by making emergency preparations as they would do to get through a severe winter storm of 3 to 5 days in duration. They have stored adequate supplies of food that require little to no water or preparation. They've compiled a supply of extra flashlights, plenty of warm clothes and blankets, disposable plates and food utensils that will not require the use of water that may be in short supply. To keep in touch with outside events, they have a battery-operated radio and a large enough supply of batteries to ensure that it will operate 24 hours a day for 3 to 5 days. Having adequate quantities of drinking water during an emergency is essential. An average adult needs a minimum of 1 gallon of water per day, 2 quarts for drinking and food preparation, and 2 quarts for sanitation. Active people can require twice that amount. Don't forget about the pets. They also need clean drinking water. A medium-sized dog can require up to twice as much water per day as an average adult. When storing water, use thoroughly washed and rinsed plastic milk or pop containers with screw-on caps. Never use containers made of material that can break, such as glass, or containers that previously held products with strong odors, or those holding hazardous materials, such as cleansers. According to the American Red Cross, tap water can be stored in plastic containers with screw-on caps for up to 6 months. The water that comes from your tap has already been treated by the Detroit Water and Sewage Department. No additional treatment is required. If you have power, store the water in the refrigerator to extend its shelf life, or store in a cool, dark area away from products with strong odors or those containing hazardous chemicals. Ice cubes are another good reserve source of water. The ice cubes will help keep your refrigerator and freezer colder longer in the event of a loss of electrical power and could end up being an emergency water supply. In the event it becomes necessary to prepare untreated sources of water such as snow or rainwater for consumption, boiling is the best method of purification. Boil only relatively clean water. Do not scoop up water from mud puddles. But remember, boiled water doesn't contain a disinfectant like chlorine. It has only a very short shelf life. To treat water by boiling, bring the water being treated to a rolling boil for 10 minutes. Remove the water from the heat. Be sure to let it cool before drinking or for food preparation. Pour the water back and forth between 2 containers to add air and improve the taste of the boiled water. In the event that water is still available, water conservation may be necessary due to low water pressure situations. Here are some tips that can help you to conserve water in and around the home. Don't use your toilet as a wastebasket. This simple measure can save countless gallons of water. You can also invest in a low-flow toilet. It uses only 1.6 gallons per flush. Old-fashioned toilets send up to 7 gallons down the drain per flush. Don't let the water run when shaving, brushing your teeth, or washing your face. When taking a shower, do it the Navy way. Turn off the water when soaping up. Turn it on only to rinse off. This measure will save between 5 to 10 gallons per minute. You can save more water by investing in a reduced flow shower head. Don't wash clothes or dishes unless you have a full load. If a water emergency is in effect, avoid these and other water wasting activities like car washing and lawn watering until further notice. Remember, using water in a sensible way each and every day is a wise lifestyle choice. But what would happen if an emergency caught you with no water at all? You may be surprised to learn that there are a number of hidden water sources in your home. Your hot water tank, for example. It can contain 40, 50 or more gallons of water suitable for consumption. Although it is best to contact the manufacturer of your hot water tank for specific instructions on draining your hot water tank, the following instructions are recommended. To use the water in your hot water tank, make sure the electricity or gas is turned off. Close the valve at the water meter. Close the intake water valve at the top of the tank. Next, open the hot water tap on any sink in the home. Opening up a hot water tap equalizes the pressure in the hot water system and allows the water to flow more easily. By closing the intake valve to your tank, water is prevented from backflowing into the main. You can now open the drain at the bottom of the tank. Remember to let the water cool before drinking it. Do not turn on the gas or electricity when the tank is empty. You should flush your hot water tank before using water from it. And as a regular practice, it's a good idea to flush and refill your tank every 6 months. This will help reduce the buildup of sediment. If the tank hasn't been flushed in a while, start off slowly by draining off a few gallons every few weeks. Another source of emergency drinking water is contained in the toilet tank, not the bowl. This should only be considered for use as a last resort and only if the tank does not contain any chemicals from products such as toilet bowl cleansers. Water beds can hold up to 400 gallons of water that can be used for toilet flushing and to wipe up food spills. Because of chemicals used to inhibit the growth of algae and other organisms, it should not be used for drinking, food preparation, or personal hygiene. Remember, in the event your home experiences a loss of heat, it's a good idea to drain off a large portion of the water in a waterbed. This will prevent damage or destruction of the bed frame in the event of freezing. Now let's talk about protecting your home's pipes. In colder climates like Detroit's, pipes can freeze and burst in winter without heat. This can result in expensive repair bills and serious property damage. To prevent this, drain both hot and cold water systems. Shut off the water coming into your home with the valve on either side of your water meter. Drain the hot water pipes by opening the valve at the bottom of your hot water tank, usually the lowest point in your home. To even the pressure in the pipes and speed the flow of the water from the tank, open any hot water tap in the house. To drain the cold water pipes, open 2 cold water taps in the house, making sure that one of them is the lowest in your home. In most homes, the lowest cold water tap will be located in the basement on the laundry tubs. It is recommended that you fill your bathtub with water no later than 10 p.m. on December 31st, 1999. Keep small children away from the tub. Children can drown in as little as a ½ inch of water. To flush the toilet during an emergency, fill a bucket with water from the bathtub. Remove the top of the tank on the back of the toilet. Pour the water into the tank and flush. This ensures that the water follows a normal swirling motion. After the water has gone down, be sure to pour some water in the bowl in order to keep the trap full, which will cut down on odors. The Andersons have successfully completed their Y2K Preparedness drill. They can relax now, knowing that they are prepared. They can now enjoy the significance of the millennium change in confidence without giving in to the doomsday hype.
Hey, if other families did the same thing that we did, I think, they'll be okay. Great job, guys.
Although Y2K is a reality and January 1st, 2000 is fast approaching, the Andersons are ready. They've taken the time to participate in an emergency contingency plan. They're ready to act accordingly. Whether the emergency is a bad storm, an actual Y2K situation, or some other major event.
For more information about other Y2K related matters, call the Detroit Water and Sewage Department's Y2K hotline at area code 313-964-9562.